I'm fine.
This is COLM for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by Dave Coldwell. Dave, disappointing for Ebanie tonight. Just what went wrong out there?
She couldn't get going. Yoshida did a fantastic job of smothering her. She was locking her up with one arm and working away with the other, and Ebony just couldn't get any leverage on the inside, and she couldn't create that distance, couldn't create that the range for her to get her own shots off. I don't know if it was the last round or the round before. That was the first time she really got a range. She caught Yoshida with a couple of good shots, but other than that, she did a great job. And yeah, a really frustrating, disappointing night. I'm gutted for Ebony, but you know, this is what I said when Yoshida got the job. She's a former two-time world champion. You got to take it as like she's a real threat, and she was.
Did camp go well? Was there anything that maybe attributed to this loss in any way?
No, it's boxing. It's boxing. That's you win some, you lose some, and you listen. We all know that she's tough as all boots, but when you're taking them kind of shots against good quality opponents, it can go the wrong way. And she showed there she's still tough as all boots. She still give it everything, but she's she got caught a lot. And yeah, what can I say? She weren't her night.
A change in trainer, obviously, a long layoff. Do these things maybe go against Ebony with coming over here, fighting someone on late notice? All of that kind of attributes to this loss.
Obviously, so she got beat. That's what people want to say.
Did she box the instruction from you tonight?
She wasn't able to do what she's done throughout camp, but like I said, you got to remember is everyone that we're prepared for. Nobody was that sort of style where they're going to lean all over, and it shut her down. It stopped her from being able to do what she's worked all through camp for. But that's what the opponent's supposed to do: is stop you from doing what you want to do. And she did a brilliant job of doing it. She was a better fighter. You can see she's a more experienced fighter. You got to remember is Ebony's 37 and she's had 10 fights. She's still learning on the job. Just because in the women's game, that's what I've just said to her. Just because they've got world titles doesn't mean that they've finished articles and that the top level elite fighters. She's got a world title through being very, very strong, very, very tough, and taking a lot of fucking hammer to give it. And if she can't get them shots off, and she's taking the hammer, then she's not going to win. And tonight, that's what happened. Yoshida was a better fighter because she was she's the best girl that she's fought. She was a higher class of what she's fought, and you saw that tonight.
What's next for Ebony Bridges? Obviously you've said 37.
30 minutes.
Is there a rematch clause there?
I don't know. I don't have anything to do with that. I ain't got a clue. I don't know.
Well, Dave, final one from me. Andy Cruz with an unbelievable performance there.
He's special.
Yeah, Regis Prograis against David Haney in the main event. How do you think that goes? Break it down for me.
I genuinely don't know. You've got to say Haney looks very, very big and strong at the weight. I think that he'll be more confident at the weight. He might be more confident in his durability and being able to take a shot, standing range a little bit more in order to get his heavier hands off. I think he'll feel as though he's punching harder now. But that might leave it to be, leave himself to be in a position where he gets caught by Prograis. Because Prograis is very, very underrated with his boxing skills as well as his power. It's one of those where does the confidence kind of like come back and bite on you? And Prograis, you can see he's got a chip on his shoulder because he feels he's been completely disrespected because he's been written off by literally everybody. I think another thing that might lend towards Haney, because the easy pick is to say Haney makes it boring and wins on points, but on the back of Shakur's stink fest where he's got Shakur's an amazing fighter, but he stunk the place out last time out. If there's boos, then does that play into Haney's can he afford to stick the place out? I don't think he can. Funny enough, just like quick debrief with Ebanie, and she says she was trying to take her time in the first round, and she started hearing the crowd booing, and she was like, "Fuck," and started forcing it, and then. But this is where you've got to be a bit, a bit more set-minded. I think Haney is set-minded, where he probably doesn't give a shit. But it's his hometown, more or less. So will he want to do that on back of Shakur? So that's why it might make for an exciting fight.
Well, Dave, always a pleasure on IFL, mate. Really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
I'm fine.